on, you guys? It's your boy, the FOOTI to the Big E here once again with another video. It is a new year. It's 2017. We are 1 week away from my second favourite pay-per-view of the year. The Royal Rumble is exactly 1 week away on Sunday. So you know what time it is, people. We're back in 2017 with a predictions and preview video. So let's not waste our time, people. Let's get straight into this. So what I'm going to do firstly before we start off this video is there is 5 matches announced for Royal Rumble so far. I do predict there might be one more, so I'm going to add that prediction in because at the minute the card looks very Raw heavy, so it's very lopsided. Apart from the AJ John Cena's matchup representing SmackDown, there isn't any other SmackDown match actually announced for the card, so I'm going to throw in another SmackDown one for you. So let's not waste our time, people. The first one I want to touch on is I'm going to put in the one first that I'm going to add on as a prediction, which is The Miz versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title. Now, if this match does take place, I do expect Dean Ambrose to get the win. I expect it to be a decent matchup. Their matchup on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago was a decent matchup. I'm quite vocal about how much I hate the Jizz. I'm not a big Miz fan. I really don't like the Miz, but I'm not an overly particularly Dean Ambrose fan either. I feel he needs a nice heel run now. His babyface thing just ain't working for me anymore, but I can see them adding this one to the card. It's for the Intercontinental title. It would be on the line, so I could see them easily adding this one to it, to a very lopsided Raw pay-per-view, as I said earlier. And so if it does get added to the card, I expect a really good match, solid match between these two to kick off 2017. The Miz was having better and better matches as the year went on last year. Dean Ambrose can work as well, we all know that. So this would be a very good, solid match for SmackDown to put on the first pay-per-view of the year, people. So let's just move on. Up next, I want to talk about the women's title match between Charlotte and Bayley. Now, I'm still a bit sour after Sasha Banks obviously losing the title at Roadblock in the Iron Man match. I would have loved Sasha to get a nice long run with the title. You all know this if you follow my videos, you know how I felt about that one. But it's back on Charlotte. I do predict that Charlotte will keep hold of the title on this one. She will not lose the title to Bayley on Royal Rumble. She'll keep hold of the title. She'll keep this momentum going of her being the dominant force, never losing on pay-per-views. I predict this to be an alright matchup, on the borderline of alright to good matchup, because obviously they don't want to give too much away, because I do think Charlotte versus Bayley will be the main women's title match for WrestleMania. And my predictions now is, if it is, Bayley will get the win at WrestleMania. Bayley will be the one, like the ultimate underdog, to beat Charlotte, and a bit like the Daniel Bryan storyline, and she'll become an A+ player and she'll win the title at the big event, and Charlotte will finally lose her first pay-per-view match on the big show. I can really see that happening. So Charlotte for the win, people, and what should be an entertaining matchup as long as it lasts. Let's move on, people. Up next, I want to talk about the match between Neville and Rich Swann. Unfortunately for Rich Swann, I feel he is going to lose the Cruiserweight title here. Neville, at the minute, is on fire. His promos are awesome. He's awesome in the ring. Neville has always been a really good competitor, but the only thing that was missing, just like in his promos, as he's saying, is creative never did anything with Neville. And at the minute, creative have found him something. They've stuck him on 205 Live, where, to be honest, I felt they should have put him in the Cruiserweight Classics last year. He could qualify for the weight. They should have stuck him in there, and at the moment he is rejuvenated. He is living it. He is every bit an evil little bastard, and he's doing wonders with it. His character is well over. He wants to be the king of the Cruiserweight. I can see them putting the title on Neville at the Royal Rumble, and Neville going to do great things in the Cruiserweight division. There's lots to come for the Cruiserweight. I'm really excited about the Cruiserweight division. Obviously, Grand Metalik still to make his debut. Austin Aries is going to be in the Cruiserweight division when he's finally back from injury. So there is great times ahead for the Cruiserweight division, and I just can't wait, people. Neville, for top of the food chain for now, dominating with this new evil character he's got, which I'm just loving life. So, you know what, people? Neville for the win, and let's just move on, people. So next I'm going to touch on the WWE Universal title. Kevin Owens defending against Roman Reigns. Chris Jericho will be in a shark cage suspended above the ring. Obviously to push the WWE Crash Cage figure or playset even more than they already are pushing it. I predict that Roman will not get the win. I the only reason why I'm saying that, people, because here I'm going with this one. I thought Roman would win the title. Now he lost the US title to Chris Jericho, but I just feel that they've hung this storyline out with Jericho and Kevin Owens so long now, where they've been teasing about a breakup, and there's no better place to do it now that they've spent all this time investing in it than WrestleMania over the title. So I'm predicting Kevin Owens will keep the title, and Chris Jericho will go on to take on Kevin Owens for the Universal title at WrestleMania. Or maybe he won't. Maybe it will be Roman that will win the title and go on to WrestleMania as the Universal Champion, and there will still be the Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho angle anyway at WrestleMania. But I feel that is where they're going to go with Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens for WrestleMania, is that match, because obviously, as we know, we're on the road to WrestleMania, and it's going to start laying the groundwork now for WrestleMania with it such close proximity to now. So that's where I'm going. Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. So either it will be for the title and Kevin Owens will retain, or Roman will win and go on as champion. The sign says that Roman will take the title as he's lost the US title. But you know what? The one thing I will say about this Royal Rumble going into it, you just can't tell at the minute where it's going to go. So I'm going to go for Kevin Owens retaining and going on to face Chris Jericho. And let's just move on, people. So next up, I want to go on with the main match for me on this card, which is the phenomenal one. AJ Styles defending his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against the face that used to run the place in John Cena. Now, this match was match of the year for me on the main roster last year, and I'm absolutely excited to see this match again. I could watch these two wrestle time and time again if it's anything like the SummerSlam match we had last year. The SummerSlam match was off the chain. I predict this one to be equally off the chain. For me, I would love the phenomenal AJ Styles to win it, and I think he actually might win it, but this is where the John Cena heel turn for me, if it's going to happen, has to happen. It has to happen at the Royal Rumble. I did do a video, you can go over and check that one out a couple of weeks ago, about John Cena turning heel. I thought that his promo on his return to SmackDown led you to believe they were going to go with the angle of him being heel. We haven't seen any other signs of that yet, apart from his promo. But I feel this is where it could be. I could see AJ winning, and I could see John Cena then flipping out and turning full heel and use the frustration that he hasn't managed to get the job done over AJ and really going for a full heel turn here. Obviously, the Elimination Chamber is next month, and AJ or John Cena will be defending the title in Elimination Chamber. So maybe if they are going to put John Cena as champion going into WrestleMania, they might have him win it at Elimination Chamber, you know, with a whole new change of attitude, the heel side. But I'm predicting John Cena will turn heel. I'm hoping the WWE don't get cold feet with this. They do proceed with him turning heel, and AJ will get the win in another phenomenal matchup. So let's just move on, people. So finally, it's the big one, the 30-man over-the-top rope Royal Rumble. It is, as I said, my second favourite pay-per-view of the year, and this is why. Anything can happen in the Royal Rumble. I love the surprise entrances. This one at the Alamodome is stacked with A-class players, big names all over the place, and you know, it's in a big arena, a big stadium pretty much that they haven't used for 20 years. They want to get another 60,000 in attendance, so what better way to do it than pull out the big dog. The Undertaker will return to action in the Royal Rumble along with Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, and Chris Jericho, and The New Day, and Sheamus, and Cesaro, and Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton, and oh my god, there's just so many names, I just can't keep up with it. So there's 18 participants being named so far, and also you want your lovely little dose of surprise entrances and returns along the way. So on the terms of surprise entrances, Finn Balor, last week at the UK tournament when they crowned the first UK champion, did say he was very, very close to return. Which then perked my little ear-rolls up, because I started thinking, could Finn Balor really return at the Royal Rumble? Is he that close to being back that Finn Balor returns at the Royal Rumble? I would love Finn Balor back at the Royal Rumble. This year's Royal Rumble, I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit perplexed of who's actually going to win this one. I kind of eliminated Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, because obviously it's clearly set up for them to go to WrestleMania of their next match after Goldberg squashed him at Survivor Series. So we can push them to the side. Seth freaking Rollins is a good candidate to win this one here. And also Bray Wyatt is a good candidate. But the surprise one for me, and this is one I'll be thinking of, is maybe, just maybe, The Undertaker will win it. Because this is, hold on here people, this is where I'm going with this one. If Undertaker wins it, I would love to see heel John Cena versus Undertaker at WrestleMania. It's been touted that's what was going to happen last year. Apparently it was on the card for this year, but Vince has pulled it. Maybe they're just saying that because they don't want people guessing what Royal Rumble is going to be, and also WrestleMania is going to be. But I would love this one. If John Cena wins the title off of AJ Styles at either Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber, I'd love to see Undertaker win it. Chris Jericho is another one. If Kevin Owens retains, maybe Chris Jericho will win it. I kind of feel this year there's going to be a new winner, not like someone who's won it in the past. There'll be a new, fresh winner. So if that's the case, Chris Jericho would be a good choice to go with. He's never won it before, and it was set up well with him and Kevin Owens going into WrestleMania. But on that note, apart from that, I am really a bit conflicted about who's going to win it and how it's really going to work out, you know. Normally going into the Royal Rumble, you can normally tell who's going to win it, but this year you just don't really know. The dirt sheets ain't really giving it away. WWE's not really giving it away either. To be honest, it's not a bad thing, it's actually a good thing, because for once you're going into the Rumble looking forward to it, because you don't actually know what the hell is going to happen. At the minute there's so many rumours flying around about WrestleMania that you just don't know which ones are true. I expect Samoa Joe will pop up in the Royal Rumble somewhere. Samoa Joe I expect to make his debut on the main roster in the Rumble. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised if he doesn't. So yeah, all in all, I'm looking forward to a great Royal Rumble card. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm absolutely pumped for the first WWE pay-per-view of 2017, the Royal Rumble. It's my second favourite WWE pay-per-view of the year, and it puts us firmly on the road to WrestleMania, which I love. I love the whole build-up to WrestleMania. I could do without Fastlane. I'm not too particularly over buzzed about Fastlane. I just like to get into WrestleMania, get all the storylines going. So yeah, this was your boy FOOTI to Big E. Remember to like, share, subscribe as normal. If you like this video and you've never seen my wrestling content before, just go click that button right down there, that subscription button. You just see it right down there, just click it. You might as well. I'm always back with wrestling content, and I'm out of here, guys. Bless and peace, and put your comments below. Let me know who you think is going to win the Royal Rumble, and I'm out of here, guys. Bless and peace, people. I'll see you soon. Take care.